humanity. Putting truth in these lines while they busy feeding lies. When you got that tunnel vision, gotta open up your eyes. Wake up and go to sleep. Man, I'm praying all times. And to my guys, ain't no other side. This for my brothers, I'ma pray we all shine. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Lock the door. Go ahead, lock the door. Yeah, you already know.
Depending on the lessons, some people eat, some people learn. But the game is gonna send you a big. Lock the door.
That's a Melly Mail, the Hood Postman. Who am here with today?
Italian Prada.
Who?
Italian Prada.
Okay.
Mulatto.
I thought you was being shy the way you said that.
Hold on, we're being shy now. We're being shy.
You didn't want nobody even know your name. Okay, it's good to be here sharing time and space with you. But I got a couple of questions for you, and I know, and I hope you can provide some information in that. So, you're in the music business, right?
Yes.
What other things do you get into besides music?
I get into
Because I'm trying to, let me add this. I'm trying to see how all this stuff cross connect.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I do private dances and with events and things like that. I do OnlyFans as well. And I host parties and sell merchandise and stuff. And I'll do that.
Okay, good. Where are you originally from?
I am from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. I know about Walnut and Muhammad Ali Boulevard. I've been to Kentucky. It was like sun was shining, but it was 11 degrees. I didn't get that part. But talk to me about your upbringing in Louisville, Kentucky.
My upbringing, I would say, like in my childhood, the younger years, it was great. Like I got everything I wanted. It was very family oriented out there and things like that. So a lot of my family had businesses and properties and things like that while I was growing up, and I just basically grew up that way.
Did you grow up in a 2-parent home or a single parent?
Yes, I did grow up in a 2-parent home until like the age of, I say, 12.
12, okay.
Yes.
Okay, and school, when did you attend school? Did you go all the way up? Did you graduate?
Yes, I did graduate high school. I played basketball. I played the clarinet in band. So I was in the band from 5th grade all the way to high school. And then I would play basketball from 4th grade all the way up until I went to JUCO in college.
Okay. Italian Prada. Why that name?
Honestly, I got the name. Well, I got the name Prada. That's what everybody calls me. I got that name because at the age of 19, I was dealing drugs, and I was holding the drugs and things like that for the man that I was with at the time. He was about 40 years old, and I would just hold drugs in my coochie and stuff like that. And he would call me Prada, and he said that was my name, and he would give me necklaces and stuff like that. He was like, always know your worth and stuff. But I never really knew, like, what that really meant until I started to leave the city and things like that.
Going back in hindsight, being part of that world, what does it mean to you now?
As far as the streets or just drugs?
The streets, the drugs, however you choose to frame it.
What was the question again? My fault.
I said, going back to that part of the world that you just described, selling drugs and stuff. What does it mean to you now?
I wish that I would have known the signs and stuff. As far as it was just bad because I was homeless. I had family that had homes from everywhere, and I couldn't really go nowhere. So I was like, I was staying in this trap house, like I was staying there, and I just wish I would have. I don't know. I really don't regret nothing.
Okay.
I don't really regret nothing that I
Did
went
any
through.
of that prepare you for being able to survive in Los Angeles? Now that you're in Los Angeles, you're in Los
Absolutely,
Angeles.
it did
So,
prepare me.
what was different about Kentucky and Los Angeles, in your words?
Los Angeles is very fast. Louisville is very slow. I had to go to Atlanta. I went to Atlanta first. Before I went to LA, I went to Atlanta, and I tried to do all type of shit out there. I ended up getting locked up out there. I came back home, still realized nobody was fucking with me. And I left, went back to Atlanta, got with some pimp. Then him and his bitch beat me the fuck up, took my phone and shit. I went back home. Then I took a fucking flight. Sorry, excuse my friend, I'm sorry. Then I took a flight to Las Vegas. And then I stayed out there for 6 months. And then I went to LA. So I done went from here in order for me to even get to LA.
So, being introduced to that world, what led you down that path? What was about it that you felt like I can make this work?
Survival.
Survival.
I wanted to survive through the things that I've been, yearning for. I was yearning for love in the wrong places and stuff, and so me just being in that lifestyle, this lifestyle, you try to figure out yourself. You try to find out, things that you can do. And at the time, like I was living fast. Like, well, I still do, but it's just like that's what has brought me to here.
How did you get to Los Angeles?
I got here. Was it on a bus? 'Cause I went down here about 2 times and
Oh,
then I
nobody
stayed.
brought you out here. You just decided to jump up
No,
and come here on your own.
no. I went. I was in Vegas, and then I wanted to travel to Cali. So one of my friends at the time, she flew from Colorado to Vegas, got a rental car, drove to California, and the first place that I go is Long Beach. I went to the beach of Long Beach. The reason why, because I grew up listening to Tupac, and I always remember Tupac saying Long Beach in the house. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna drive to Long Beach. Like that's where I'm ready to go. Like that's where I wanted to go. And then like it was cool, but I was like, what? I was like, there's a Venice Beach. I didn't know that there was different beaches. I didn't know any of this, So I was pretty shocked when I came out here.
I don't know if particularly Tupac was talking about Long Beach. I think he said from Long Beach to Rosecrans and back down. He was
No, because
talking about the street.
because he has said it like in a song, but it was like one of his ad libs. It was in the
Okay.
song. It was like California, California, California. He said it in like the end of the
Yeah,
song.
California. That's what
California
he said. Long
love.
Beach and Rosecrans and back down. So it was like he was indicating an area of Compton that meets where Long Beach Boulevard. And
Oh, see, my eyes like fuck the lyrics up, but that's what I remembered when I was driving in. So that's what I was like.
You took it the way you took it, but I'm just explaining it to you.
Well, thank you, because I never knew.
Yeah. So he was part of at that time he was claiming Mob Piru and that's where the Mob Piru is.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I love Tupac. Yeah, we listened to him a lot.
Being in California, so did that ever cross your path where somebody tried to say, okay, you in Cali now, you got to pick a side, red side, blue side? Did that happen?
No, nobody's ever like act like. As soon as I started talking, like people like, where you from? Like you ain't from out here, like, and I'm like, oh, I'm from Kentucky. They're like, what? Like, how is it out there? Like people would just be excited, like when. Like nobody ever has like came at me like that. Like even like females or anything like that. They're like, girl, how is it out there like that? Like, so they're always intrigued.
Choices and consequences. Can you describe a pivotal moment when your choice you made changed your life or your trajectory that you was on? Because you were in Kentucky, right?
Hmm.
You were going to school. You came from a two-parent home up to 12, but then the trajectory of your life changed because obviously Kentucky is different from what Los Angeles, Vegas, Atlanta, or places
Hmm.
that you explained you've been. Can you describe a moment that changed all that? That moment that changed it, because you just said right here, you ran into this girl and this guy, the guy was a pimp or whatever, but was that the moment that changed everything or there's another moment?
I'd say the moment that kind of like changed a lot was when I had my child in jail. I had him out here, and that kind of like just changed my whole outlook on everything. Honestly,
So how did you wind up in jail?
ended up in jail. I have had whatever a co-defendant, child's baby daddy. I don't really speak to him. I haven't really spoke to him. When I do, it's like threats. So I kind of just like kind of stay away from that or whatever. But me and him had caught a case, and then like I got locked up for robbery and like grand theft, and this was not my first time getting locked up. So it was like, oh, like you've been locked up before. So yeah, I ended
So
up getting locked
now we
up.
get to the part, the survival part, because now you hear you're alone, you have a child, the dude he's gone, right?
Yeah,
So
he's
so now you have to go by what you feel to be right for survival. So how did you get introduced? Because you got OnlyFans, you dance at private parties, and name some of the other things you know. Have you ever been on the Blade?
yes,
You've been on the Blade. Okay, so
yes.
the Blade, OnlyFans, private party, and you sing now. And
Hmm.
you have a music career that you're
Yes,
working
and I
on. Okay.
perform. Yeah,
So can you explain how all that comes together?
it comes together because my music is what brings the people that people talk shit about together. You know, people that don't agree with the lives that we have lived or whatever. It brings those type of people together. My music is all type of people that listen to it. So it makes me feel better about myself because I'm like, okay, like what I'm saying is like I'm not the only person that's going through something like this. So I just really all that does come together as far as like just being, who I am and what I've became.
When it comes to loyalty and morality, how do you navigate the tension between loyalty and just being moral, or do that even come up in your what you do? And I'm not trying to make this seem like this is just, I'm just asking because I know there's certain things we'll do and there's certain things we won't do.
Yeah.
So and that even in your line of work, there's
Hmm.
things you do and there's things you won't do.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to understand.
I definitely do have morals
Uh-huh.
for myself, and there's is things that I will not do.
Uh-huh.
So I do have like boundaries as far as that.
Those boundaries include, like, say for instance, if a guy and his woman pick you up or get in contact you, they want to party with you. Does that depend on the money amount, or does the moral clause kick in?
Both.
Both. Okay. Okay. So how have you had that situation happen?
I've had a few of those
Okay.
situations happen.
So what about when the girls come up to you and say, "Hey, I want to get with you," and and does that change anything, or is that a little
Uh,
more softer side where you can be a little more trusting of that situation?
it is the more softer side, but then again, like it's like just certain things I'm just not comfortable doing.
Hmm.
So it's just like there's that. So yeah, and I've had those instances. People take me late at night, asking me like, yeah, it's just crazy. People that claim that they was friends to me and stuff like that, but really was not.
Really want to just have sex with you or something?
Yeah, with her guy. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. So, but I mean, you know, I don't know what that would cause to anything. I'm not here to ask that, but I know that could be a little.
It'd be weird, like, yeah, like, you know, but I just had, yeah.
Is that weird to you?
Because it's like, stay there from the jump. Don't try to.
Okay, don't in the middle of the horse ride.
Right.
Change the direction
exactly.
of the horse.
I like when people are very transparent at first. If you're transparent, I'm gonna be real about who I am. Mm-hmm. So you be real who you is.
Yeah, because I think that's what people feel out. Because if I give you the truth, then you can make a proper decision for yourself.
Exactly.
If I lie to you, now you're
gonna go off that lie,
yes.
and that next one, and the next one, and the next one.
I can see where that could be.
So yeah,
I can see where that would definitely. So let me ask you this though. So if you went to sleep and a miracle happened and all things became possible, what would your life be and what would you change? All things are possible. You can be a millionaire, or you could just be a normal person, or you could just be an owner of a mansion and a yacht and a Bentley.
Yeah, you got literally all those things. Honestly, like to be honest, like.
But think about your son though when you answer this.
Of course, that's what I was getting to first before anything. You know, obviously, you know, my son will be here, and me and my mother will be able to get along. We'll be able to get along. Let me say that again. You know what I'm saying? Because living in a world where there's a lot of hate, you only get one mother. If your mom ain't on your side, it's really fucked up. Honestly. So, of course, that, you know, my son will be sitting right here running around. You know, I'll be able to come into good terms with my mother. And of course, I will be a pop star. You know, I'll be the person that I've always wanted to become, you know, and have the people that's supposed to belong in my life, they in my life. That's what I want. And I do want a nice ass house. I want a house in LA, and I want a house in Miami, and I want a house in somewhere on the island.
There you go. I see that was a bit emotions attached to that, especially the part about your mom.
Mm-hmm.
So can you explain what happened, or is it too emotional?
No, I can explain. Of course, as I said, like, you know, I have my son in jail and stuff like that. My mom did come and fly out here to take care of my son while I finished my time. And, you know, I had her sign power of attorney paper and stuff, which, you know, stating that you can take care of the child while you are incarcerated until, you know, you sign off on it. Well, when I signed off on it, when I got off parole early, it was like they wasn't happy. My family wasn't happy. I drove out there, drove to Kentucky, sure did. Celebrated me getting off parole. I want a police officer to pull me over. Okay, that's how I was like, I want somebody to pull me over. Man, I'm slapping my ID down. Nope, I'm not on parole. Like, you know, I just felt so good. And I thought I was going to get the same reaction from them. I did not. It was more so they were surprised. You know, they were not happy, you know. And so it just, and it's just spiraled down from there. Like, I didn't know where my son was living at for a whole year and a half. She was hiding him from me. I didn't know where he went to his doctors. I didn't know anything that I wanted to know about my son. I asked, she would read the message and did not respond. And I would get that all the time. I would like, hey, I want to take the Zachariah to New York for 3 days. You know, I'm asking to hang out with my son. I shouldn't have to ask to hang out with my son. That's my child. I didn't lose no rights. So just recently, this June, I ended up driving out there for him for his birthday. I did book, you know, a trampoline thing or whatever, trampoline party. Paid for half of the deposit. But when he got dropped off to me, I took off. Sure did. I took off, went back to like California, took care of my son. I took care of my child the way that I want to take care of him, and he had no complaints about nothing. All my friends told me I was doing a great job as a mother. Some friends was nervous. Even I had some people that told me they was nervous for me to have my son because they didn't know. They did not know how I was going to be able to adjust with the life that I live. And they even said that they was happy for me.
So it would be fair to say your son is your priority.
Yes.
Got it. I appreciate hearing that. And if people want to hire you for a private event, OnlyFans, or how they do the OnlyFans things, or they want to connect with you, how do they do that?
On OnlyFans, my name is P Mulata, so PMULADA, P Mulata, and you'll see my picture pop up. You can just subscribe there, or you can add me on Twitter at Mulata Prada, Instagram Italian Prada. I know it's a lot of Prada, but it's Prada. It's always Prada, you know. But my Instagram and for all my music and stuff is Italian Prada Mulata.
And if they want to connect with you musically, how would they do it?
Italian Prada Mulata. Or you guys,
Instagram?
that's my Instagram. My Instagram is Italian Prada. Do not type in Mulata because I can't get into that page. Instagram is not letting me back into that page. But y'all can see I was popping, still lit, and all that. So yeah, but Italian Prada, that is the name on Instagram and on YouTube. Check out my music videos, y'all. There's titties out and everything.
Titties out?
Yep.
Everything?
Big booties. You got big booties on the videos, everything. I got all flavors, okay? All of them.
Okay, Italian Prada. I appreciate that. Professor Melly Mail, the Hood Postman, Italian Prada, lock the door.
Cali finest, baby. Proof of grind all the time. Music money. Got a dollar sign. Hub City. I'm a street nigga. Streets fuck with me. I'ma keep pushing products till the fans get me. It's guap off top. Diamond Cartier. That nigga wall won't give a broke bitch the time of day. They see me climbing. They see me shining. That's hard work. Proof of grinding. New money got me tipping in that 550. Ali, bad man, and I'm so pretty. I got that tech with me. That's my hater sprayer. Go big, grind now, nigga, play later. What can I say? I'm addicted to this paper stacking. And I don't talk about it. I just make it happen.